Realm Rampage is probably the most hyped game on Roblox, created on April 13, 2024 and released free for everyone on August 11, 2024. This game quickly shot up to 4.6 million visits as of now and has 71k players online. However, like jujutsu shenanigans, many people are debating whether this game is as good as everyone says, or is it simply just another overrated game. Today, we will be looking at the positives and negatives of the game, and finally then reaching a decision on whether this game is truly as good as everyone says it is. Keep in mind guys that my computer sucks, so I could only run this game on low graphics quality. Thanks for understanding, and let's get started on the positives. This game has one character each from their own anime. Current characters are Katakuri from One Piece, Sung Jinwoo from Solo Leveling, Goku from DragonballZ, Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen, Dio from JJBA, Madara from Naruto who is an early access character, and the weird guy from Bleach. This diverse character selection attracts players who watch all sorts of animes like me, so I had a fun time checking out each of the characters and figuring out which scene from the anime they got the moves from. The game also does character uniqueness very well, granting characters abilities and unique M1 speeds and effects. Not to mention just how stupidly cool the animations in this game are, and the finishers aren't bad either. The game also has great battle mechanics, with variants and flashy moves that combo stupidly well into each other, and so far I haven't found any major issues that could cause unfair advantages, like how you can stun lock in jujutsu shenanigans. Anyways, let's talk a little bit more about the ultimates. This is where the cool animations come in. The moves look very cool while not being too overpowered. The devs actually made some moves worser than they are in other games in order to balance it, and I respect that. One example is Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine. The shrine does enough damage to one shot but it doesn't as a way to balance the domain. Because of this, as long as you don't let them touch you like Chris Tyson, you can survive the domain. Sukuna's moves other than Fire Arrow require you to be close to them and have small hitboxes, meaning you can play Ring Around the Rosie in the domain perfectly. Too bad the domain is really big, so it's kinda hard dodging it. Anyways, next we are going to get into the category where the mechanic can be debated as good or bad. Guys, I managed to find this weird cat chef thingy while spamming Spirit Bomb. I know that it's useless, but I just wanted to point that out. Anyways, the first thing I want to talk about is the destruction physics. This was the most hyped thing about JJS, so I think it's worth pointing out the flaws of destruction physics. While it's certainly fun to play with, there's times where the stupid rubble got in the way. Heck, the rubble managed to ruin my showcase of the Sukuna moveset. While destruction physics isn't necessarily bad, there's just times where characters would get stuck in certain holes created by moves, and the rubble can seriously blind you for no reason. Falling through the subway is also pretty cool and all, but like I said, it ruins fights sometimes. The next mechanic is these exploding cans you can pick up and throw. While just being another way to deal damage, they are another way to deal damage. The explosion does 14 damage and has some pretty serious knockback, making the barrel hard to dodge and a good way to run away. Then again, it's kinda fun to play Yeet the Exploding Barrel Simulator with your friends, so maybe it's not that bad. Anyway, there's one pretty useless but cool mechanic I really want y'all to see. The dummies are like the character selection. They are diverse. The dummies spawn as different characters from different animes, making it a cool experience. However, each dummy doesn't really have a certain role, and just serve as a thing to beat up. Because of this, it's quite useless. Anyway, let's talk about something unique to this game. Hangrails and parkour. This game's hangrails and parkour allows for users to have fun jumping from building to build. While this adds for a fun air PvP environment, it could also allow for people to run from fights. Fortunately, Realm Rampage attempts to fix this issue by only allowing 3 wall jumps before a long cooldown. Everyone goes the same speed on hangrails anyway, so I don't really think this contributes much to allowing running away. Anyways, let's get into the final mechanic. Domain Clash. You see, every character in this game has a cutscene move. These moves form a domain when used, and usually deal damage. When 2 people activate a domain move at similar times, a clash will happen, forcing both to press the spacebar as fast as they can. Whoever presses faster wins the clash, and their domain move activates. There's huge upsides to this, as this doesn't force players to be the first one to press domain but rather rely on skill and speed. But the same argument can be used against it. Certain devices can make domain clashes more challenging, and it relies on if your fingers are feeling it that day. For example, my friend plays on iPad and I play on PC. I had an advantage due to domain clash, and I won all of them while he's usually the one who beats me when it comes to activating domain first. Now, let's get into the bad, things that Realm Rampage should focus on fixing. Me and my friend really couldn't come up with anything bad to say about this game. Only thing I think they should fix is the buildings. You see, the buildings in this game have nothing except what's supposed to be stairs. Maybe they could put more inside them, I honestly don't know. If there's anything bad about the game you would like to share in the comments, feel free. Now finally, let's conclude our video. If you guys know me, you would know that I judge games based on animations, PvP mechanics, community, and extra mechanics they add to make the game unique. But then again, if you know me you would probably know I spam PvZ music in all my videos. Anyways, I made a video on what I think makes up a good battlegrounds game, so if you would like to watch it feel free, and be sure to subscribe. Anyways, let's judge this game based on those 4 traits. This game has probably the best VFX in any Roblox game, along with cool little animation snippets for domain moves. This game has amazing PvP mechanics, with no real issues and moves that are flashy and make creative combos. Boring characters are often characters limited to one specific and easy combo. This game has a pretty good community so far, and teaming so far isn't really an issue. Finally, this game introduces many cool and unique mechanics like dummies switching characters, explosive barrels, parkour and handrails, and much more hopefully in the future. So, after that evaluation, I believe that this game deserves all the hype. Then again, that's just my opinion. Feel free to disagree, and thanks for watching.